Hey guys, Nick here. Thought I'd just kind of jump on and kind of let you guys know kind of where I've been, what I've been doing, kind of where my headspace is, and kind of what's going on with the channel. Because you may have noticed that releases aren't exactly as regular as they could be. I was doing pretty good about it early last year, and then things got busy. I kind of loaned out my camera for a little while to a friend of mine. Who made some use of it, which I was able to keep up for a little while, and then then I kind of got all out of rhythm and life got busy. I do have a couple things in the works and things that have kind of taken time away from making regular things like the next collectibles and the 15-minute impressions. I do still enjoy making those. However, I'm finding the 15-minute impression ones people don't really seem to be engaging on very much. So I'm trying a couple other things in that arena that I'm hoping you guys will like a little bit better, and you guys will kind of get a little bit more interactive with me on it and kind of let me know what you're liking and what you're not liking. One of the things I'm thinking about doing is I'm tentatively calling it Wii Nest Days. It's a combination of Wii, NES, SNES kind of games on it. I might do just some like MAME and Genesis stuff. I do have some various different ways of doing emulation, and then there's always the NES store on the Switch itself, which I can play some of this on as well. I have gotten an Elgato capture card, so I can do some captures of more modern titles on it, more console related stuff, PS4, Xbox One, pretty much anything, including my RetroPie that I have built that's off in the corner. I've also recently gotten a VR headset not that long ago, and that's also distracted me quite a bit from the channel a little bit as I've tried to figure out how to attempt to do mixed reality, which I don't, in my small space here, have enough room to really effectively do that. So I'm kind of working on clearing out an area so that I can do some more work with that in the near future. And hopefully you guys will enjoy that content as well. In the interim, I'm going to still be doing some of it here. I'm thinking about calling that VR Corner. I'll kind of go through, I may do a couple technical things with it, kind of going over some of the various different hardwares and ecosystems and what I think of those, and where I think you might want to invest your money in the VR space if you're considering jumping in at all. I'd also like to do some of the retro game on the emulator stuff on it. I want to get into a little bit more of doing that as a streaming thing so that you guys can hopefully pop in and interact with me a little bit on it and kind of give me a feel for kind of what you guys are enjoying on it. I feel like one of the weak points in the channel that I have is I don't really know how to engage with you guys as effectively on the video game side, which is something I'm really passionate about, as I can on the collectible side. The collectible side, you guys always seem to kind of eventually find it and view it, and you seem to at least kind of engage with it for a good amount of time in the video. It varies depending on the video and how long-winded I'm being. The tighter ones you guys seem to watch about half or almost all of it on it. The longer they get, the more audience tends to taper off, and that's more of me being a long-winded blowhard than anything else, if I'm honest. But I do enjoy doing those. I think those are fun. I think they're worthwhile. I think the production value on them, at least as far as what I've been able to put out so far, has been pretty good. I want to start learning a few more things on it to try to make that better. This year, I want to start diving more into After Effects and just kind of getting the layout better and the setup better so that it's cleaner. And the cleaner it is, the happier I am with it. And hopefully that'll come out to you guys and you'll enjoy it more as well. That's kind of what I'm trying to do by kind of exploring all these different avenues as far as the different types of video games as well. I'm not quite sure where I want to go with that yet. I don't feel like the 15-minute impressions is something that you guys are kind of engaging with in a way that it's meaningful enough to continue to do that. I've thought that for a while, but I've not really had a good replacement on it. I don't really want this to become just a straight up let's play, but I think it would be fun to kind of sit back and relax and do some gameplay and do some discussing with you guys on a format like Twitch, where you guys can more or less kind of pop in and we can all kind of either tackle the game together. You guys can just laugh at how bad I am at some of these, because while I do love my retro games and I love my modern games, I am not exactly what I'd call the top tier of gamer by any means. I enjoy playing them. I enjoy sharing my experiences with them, with you guys. But I by no means suspect that I'm like the top tier gamer you would go to for like tips and tricks, or speed runs, or all whip, no damage, Castlevania kind of stuff. I'm not that savvy at these games to where I've memorized them to the point to where I can do challenges like that. That might happen down the road as I get more and more experience on it. If viewership is there and people really enjoy it and it feels like it's worth the investment and time, to kind of get those videos out, so that you guys will actually enjoy them on it. Because part of this is me wanting to grow this community. It's really small right now. I don't have that many people to watch my content. And by really small, I mean really, really small. I mean, it's grown a little bit recently, and all you new subscribers that are subscribed to the channel, I greatly appreciate you subscribing and checking out my content. I'm happy you're enjoying it, and I want to keep doing the things that you're enjoying. But I also want to explore new things and try to find other people and bring them in so that they can kind of discover this content, and I can get a better feel for what you guys enjoy to watch, and get a feel more for what I enjoy making for the channel, so that everybody's having a good time. My intent is to not necessarily make a lot of money on this. It's just to have some fun with it and have people to engage with and to share my likes with. And hopefully you guys will be responsive and let me know what you like and what you don't like. And we can all just kind of have fun with this and build a cool community together. That's really what this is about. That's what I feel YouTube is really for when it comes down to it. It's for people to share their love of something on it, and for people to enjoy that and comment and interact with each other and find people that enjoy a hobby together and build a community together. I think that's one of the great things about YouTube, and I think more than a lot of times it kind of gets lost in the shuffle as people are, scrambling for views or trying to figure out the algorithm or trying to figure out this, that, and the other, and they kind of lose track of what they were doing that had fun with it, and more or less just becomes like cranking out videos just to see what works. And honestly, that's kind of what I'm doing, because I don't really know what anybody wants to watch versus what I'm going to have fun doing. And until I do it for a while and I experiment with it, I don't know that I'm going to have fun with it. I don't know that you guys are going to have fun with it. And so that's part of the experimentation. God, can't talk today. It's part of the experimentation process for me with this. So I thought I'd take some time out and kind of stop and let you guys know that that's kind of where I'm at. That's kind of what I want to do. It's going to be a lot more work on my part, and hopefully I can keep up with it, because I've not been great about keeping up with what I've been doing lately. I have been trying a couple other things. I may be trying to get other YouTubers on here that I've met that seem like it's a good community to get involved in, particularly for somebody at my level, that kind of learn from and kind of get a feel for how they do things and how they approach things, and what interests they have that we share in common that I can kind of learn and grow from, so I can do better here for you guys as well. So hopefully this channel will take off a bit more this year, I'm hoping. Like I said, I didn't get started into this till late last year, and the fact that I've got 14 people is totally fine with me. I didn't expect when I started this that it would be a fast growth. I expected it would be slow. I expected people would be slow to find me, and I expected a lot of people that did find me wouldn't necessarily care for anything I'm doing. And that's okay. That is totally okay. If people don't like what I'm doing, then I don't want them to feel like they need to watch it. There's tons of content out there. There's tons of great creators out there that are doing good content, that do way better content than I do. Because I'm very much in the learning phase, but I'm hoping to kind of grow into this, and I'm hoping you guys will all continue to stick around and support me and grow with me and let me know what you like and what you don't like, and we can kind of go through this experience together. But that said, and hopefully soonish, since I've gotten over most of my chest cold, I'll have some more VR stuff, at least a couple of reviews coming up. I'm going to do some stuff with setting up some mixed reality. I'm going to go into do a video on, I have a video planned for going to some of the ecosystems for the virtual reality itself, different game markets and things like that, and where you may want to invest your money, where that might be best invested, to get the most bang for your buck if you do have a headset on it. If there's interest in it, I may do some stuff on like how do you record these from these various different mediums, because the way you record on Steam, the way you record from Viport, and the way you record from just the Oculus store itself are all kind of different. It's kind of bizarre. It's kind of a learning curve every time I try to record something that I've bought from a different avenue. It's not just one way of recording it. It's the same like it is on from game system to game system, where you either hook it up to a capture card or you record it through Shadowplay or whatever. It just seems to be different each time. So as I learn that, and if you guys show some interest in that, I can do some more documentation on that. So hopefully help somebody else who's trying to get into it as well. And I do want to do some more of the retro stuff, because it is something that I've had an interest in for a while that I don't put as much time into. So hopefully that'll become a thing as well. But until then, I'm going to go ahead and drop out of here. This has been way longer than I thought it was going to be of a video on it. Hopefully you guys stuck with it. And I appreciate all your time. And I look forward to doing more stuff for you guys this year. And hopefully we'll all kind of grow as a community and have a great time. Thanks.